Hi, I'm Diane at Move with Diane, and I'm here with a really interesting story for you. So, at the weekend, I was at a baby shower, and at this baby shower, we were making Play Doh babies. And now, this is relevant, I promise. It has very important undertones, but I'll tell you the story first. So, we made Play Doh babies, and my Play Doh baby was purple with green hair and yellow booties, which I thought was completely my own creation until my husband pointed out that it looks exactly like the Smeds and the Smooze baby from Julia Donaldson. So Julia Donaldson had planted this little seed in my head. I read this to Lewis every single night, and because of this nightly exposure to this little purple baby, the minute that my brain had the chance to recreate it, it did. Now, this is so important because everything that you expose yourself to is what you will become. And we don't even realize it. So the way you set up your environment has a massive impact on the choices you make. The books that you read have a massive impact on the choices you make. The people you spend your time with have a massive impact on your choices in life and what you do. And in fact, there was a study, now this is quite old, so I do apologise, it is an older study, that was carried out a little while back, that they looked at obesity in populations, and they looked at sedentary populations with obesity issues, people who were struggling with obesity, and people who were in contact or had a community of predominantly people who were struggling with obesity and predominantly sedentary were 50% more likely to be sedentary and have a BMI within that obese range. And it didn't only stop there. In fact, if you knew somebody who was around for the majority, or their community, the majority of their community had issues with obesity and were very sedentary, it also had an impact on you, which was the most interesting thing from that study. So it's very important to surround yourself with a community of like-minded people. Now, that doesn't mean go and get rid of all of the people that you think aren't living in line with your values. That is not at all what I'm saying here. However, it is extremely important to have your community of people who are working towards the same goals as you. So are your goals strength goals? Are your goals maybe some yoga goals, mobility goals, things like that? So what are your goals? Have a wee think about them, the actions that you want to incorporate into your life. And then we just want to adopt that kind of thing into our environment with the things that we read and the people that we spend time with. So it's just really important to remember that all of this has an impact on our brains. It's all going in there, whether we realize or not. And I just want to finish with how you communicate with yourself as well. So the things we tell ourselves really linger within us. So if you tell yourself that you're not good enough, if you tell yourself that you should have been able to do something and that you haven't done it and that you're not good enough, you will truly believe that. So what I want you to do is imagine you're talking to me or to someone else when you talk to yourself, and think, is this what I would say to Diane if she hadn't had a very active week? If her week was really busy and she struggled to put in some mobility or exercise, or if she struggled to make some good choices nutrition-wise, would I tell her that she's not good enough and that was terrible, that was pathetic, that was this or that, all of those harsh words that we use with ourselves? Or what would you actually say to that person? You would probably say, listen, that was a really difficult week. Don't worry about it. Let's start afresh this week. It's absolutely fine. That's what we want to start telling ourselves as well. So have a wee think about your environment, your community. Not only the impact our community has on us, but the impact we have on other people, the people that we love as well. Think about maybe children, if you have some, or family members that you want to have an impact on as well. So everything that we do, the way that we live our lives, has an impact on other people as well. So we can think about it from both sides. Okay, have a wonderful week, and I will see you for our chat next week.